Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel again. In case you're wondering what this is all about, I'm just here to discuss some concerns that I have with the traditional way of living, and that was what my slides or writings on these papers were. Until of course I'm working on sorting out a better presentation, but I hope you'll look beyond the method and get the insight I'm trying to share with you. So what was that all about? I was just thinking about the traditional way of that the society has help us to gear our life, and the point I'm making is that the traditional way of life does not seem to be working out. And what is that traditional way? First of all, we go to school from we're say 3-year-old till we're about 23. We finish university. From there we land a job, yeah, and we sit in that job for almost the rest of our lives. We dedicate our lives to that job, you know, providing of course that you get a full-time job that's stable, you're not fired, the company does not close down, etc. And so you spend say 40 to 43 years on one job, right? Or it can be several jobs. Okay? Then come retirement. You're now in your 60s. You're at 65. And they say that they are finished with you. They retire you like an old machine that is worn and torn and have no much value again. So they retire you, they park you. And now there's no longer any income coming in. So what happened? You have to be dependent on the government pension now. Where I live in Canada, we have what is called a CPP, meaning Canadian Pension Plan, as well as the old age pension. I am not 100% sure of how much each person gets, but the last time I spoke to a truck driver, that gentleman told me that his total, one was giving him about 900 and one was given about maybe 600-700, I think it's an old age pension. And I was asked, he said that he's retired. So I said, how can you be retired and still driving a truck at your age? So he says that the pension plus the old age pension, the CPP plus the old age pension, just doesn't add up. It was amounting to about $1,400. And from what I have observed living in Canada, if you're not making an average of say 3,000, 3,500, it's going to be a struggle in this country, yeah? It's going to be a struggle living in this country. And so that is why there's a problem with the pension plan, that it is just not enough. So what you find is that your expenses are exceeding your income, especially for a lot of people. The majority of people seem to be going into retirement with a mortgage. Yeah, the mortgage has not been paid off. There's still money owing on the mortgage. And guess what? Because of that, retired people, I come across a lot of people, almost everybody you meet, have to be working at retirement because the debt is the problem. If you have debt, you cannot retire. If your income is not enough, you cannot retire. If your expenses your monthly expenses, the mortgage, the food, the insurance for the car, insurance for the house, the heating, the lighting, the water, yeah, the maintenance for the house, etc. You know, you name it. The expenses just never ever stop in this country. So the problem is debt is a main factor when going into retirement. And life is miserable without money. When you don't have enough money and you have bills to pay, it's misery. And even though you see people walking along and smiling, deep down a lot of people are miserable because financially they're not doing well. Especially these days, there are a lot of people who are in debt up to their neck in Canada. Okay? Now, lesson that we can learn from this is don't leave your future finances to the government or to anybody for that matter. Don't leave your future in the hands of others. If you do that, you're begging for trouble when you reach to the age of retirement. You must find your own way out of financial mess. And the good news is that there are ways out of our financial mess. There are ways, but I will not spend this video to go into that now. I just thought I would open up your mind to let you know that wherever in the world you are, I leave Jamaica, came here and thought that it would have been a better in terms of, and I'm not saying I'm not better off, yes, but you'd think that it is so much better. But no, if you're not careful of what you're doing financially, and if you don't take your financial life in charge, you are going to be encountering a lot of problems when you reach to a certain age. I will spend the rest of, I'll do some more videos, as a matter of fact, in some of the things that we can do to prevent this disaster at retirement from happening. Okay? So I hope that you have learned something. I hope that this was insightful. I hope that you will subscribe, like, and also leave a comment, and let's have a discussion on where our lives are going and how things are with you. And you know, we will talk some more next time. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will talk soon. Bye bye.